Hi! Today in this video I'm going to talk about the topic, can someone be emo without look like an emo? I'm going to talk about this topic because there are a lot of different opinions about this and not everyone agrees with each other about this. But in this video I'm going to give you my opinion about this, so I've thought about this. So yeah, let's get started. Actually, the first thing we have to answer this question is, what actually is an emo? Well, an emo actually is a diehard emotional hardcore fan. Emotional hardcore, it's a music style, and emos love emotional hardcore. Emo is actually a subculture which is created around the emotional hardcore music style. So you actually had first the music style, and around it a whole subculture was created. So actually emo is a culture, I think. But then what actually is a culture? Well, a culture is something described by, inside a Dutch dictionary, a culture is something the opposite of nature. So actually a culture is everything created by humans, and I actually think a culture is actually the norms of a society. I think that's what a culture is. So this could be a language, religion, thoughts, and clothes, I think. So actually it's a norm inside a society. But my opinion actually also is, a culture is something very complicated, and it's very difficult to label someone in a culture. And I think there's a difference between a religion and a culture. I think a religion is something people are striving about something, and a culture is something people are living without knowing, but it's just their norms, I think. I think a religion is something you hold on about, and there are rules you follow, and I think a culture is something you just live without even knowing. I actually believe there's a basic of a culture, but I don't believe everyone is living a culture on the same thing. I think there are people that live a culture on a very extreme way. Like in the Netherlands, I know people that live a Dutch culture very extreme, but then I'm less extreme in a Dutch culture, I think. So I actually don't believe all people live the same in a culture, and there are people that live in a culture more extreme, and there are people that are less extreme in a culture. I think that's also a part of a culture. And the same thing I also think about emo. I think there's a basic in the emo subculture. But I also believe all emos are living the emo subculture on their own way. And I believe there are people that are really extreme in the emo culture, like me. I also think there are people that are surrounded in the emo culture but aren't that extreme, but yeah, they are a bit emo, but yeah, they are just part of the emo culture but aren't that extreme. You know what I mean? And like I said in the beginning of the video, the cure of the emo subculture is actually the music, emotional hardcore. And around this music style there's a whole subculture. But I actually think if you already love emotional hardcore, then you all already are a part of the emo subculture, because that's the cure, I think. And stuff like clothes and living a straight edge lifestyle is not the basic actually of emo. Yeah, I think the emo clothing style, this belongs to the emo subculture and it's very emo. But it's not the basic. I know when emo started there even wasn't a clothing style. So that's actually why I don't believe you have to look emo to be a real emo. I don't believe in that, because it's not the basic. The basic is the music style, and feeling love to emotional hardcore is something that makes you part of the culture, I think. And that's actually why my opinion is actually, I don't believe you have to look emo to be a real emo. So yeah, I think there are a lot of emos that are emo but without looking like an emo. But yeah, I believe that, but they're just less extreme. Well, okay, that was my opinion about this topic. Well, let me know in the comments below what you think about this topic. Can someone be emo without look like an emo? Well, let me know. Well, this was my new video. I hope you like it, so bye!